What's goody to any and everybody who may be listening? Okay. Let's go ahead and get on Claude again. Like, this is an updated version. I deleted the old one because I did not call my energy back, my energy life source back. We're going to be doing that here. Okay. Now, I don't know. I already said that Claude was abusive, very controlling, and he wanted a relationship that I could not give him because he was not my type. Number one, he was old. Number two, he had that hairline was pushed back, and he was not willing to cut it bald. Okay, I got to tell you about whatever sex that we had, which was rare. Okay, I had to be high on drugs. We're gonna be talking about that. So it was always a fight in order to get me to put out, because again, I didn't want that old man touching me at all. Okay, so I would have to be high on cocaine, and that was rare. I only snorted cocaine once every couple of months. Okay, but when I did, I want to talk about this one time when I did snort the cocaine, and we commenced to having sex. Now, cocaine, I gotta tell you that it sort of brings the beast out. So, I was up on it and he could barely keep up. Now, at the same time, while I was doing this, I saw a hooded figure. Now, I know I'm not tripping. I saw a hooded figure out the corner of my eye. Okay? When I look back, okay? Let's go ahead and call the light sparks back from that. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that got caught up, lost, stolen, trapped, or lodged within the midst of that experience where I was high on that cocaine, and me and Claude was up in there having sex and things of this nature, and I saw that hooded figure out the corner of my eye, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that got caught up, lost, stolen, trapped, stuck, or lodged within that hooded figure that I saw, or them hooded figures that I saw, which I saw the same hooded figures around Sharita as well, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. Okay? Now, again, it took a lot for me to put out with Claude. He would most definitely force me at times to, give him oral and things of this nature. Let's go ahead and call the light sparks back from that as well. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that got caught up within the midst of the oral that I would be forced to give, or would any jack off sessions that I would be forced to participate in, which again was rare, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. Okay. So at times when I would not be staying with Claude, okay, there was a time when I was not staying with him, and I went back on over to Sharita's. I went back to Sharita's, but this is what I'm talking about whatever that is over his threshold, whatever that magic is. Now let's go ahead and call the light sparks back from that. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that got caught up, lost, stolen, trapped, stuck, or lodged within that magic placed over the threshold of his door are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. Okay? Now, let's get on to this date rape. Now, this happened at least twice. Okay? Now, one time he actually got away with doing something, but we're going to be getting into that. Now, I left my drink sitting in the kitchen somewhere, and I was not even thinking about it. I did not think that he would do that, but Claude was so pressed, okay, that he did it, okay. I recall being so tired, um, and falling asleep, and then waking up very discombobulated and sore. Okay, that was the first time, but that was the first time but I left. See, I had left because I had drove over there, so I left. But again, the next morning when I woke up, my body was so sore I could barely move. I had like a headache and things that I never had before. So let's go ahead and call the light sparks back from whatever that substance was he put in my drink, and I believe I believe it's GHB, or whatever you call that shit. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that got caught up within the midst of that first time, that got caught up, stuck, lost, stolen, lodged within the midst of that first time where he put something in my drink, but I was able to escape, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. Now, the second time I would not fare so great. I did not drive over there. I was over there like spending the night, okay? But I was not spending the night with him. I was not over there for him. I was just over there, okay? Now, at this time, Claude, in general, Claude knew that I did not want him or even like him in that way. Okay, we were all up over there. I got. Let's just start with the daytime. We were all up over there. Now, this was a day where I decided that I wanted to indulge in some cocaine. So, one of his friends, so-called friends, had a bag, and we was just sitting at the table playing spades, passing that bag back and forth. Okay, let's go ahead and call the light sparks back. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that got caught up within the midst, that got caught up, lost, stolen, trapped, stuck, or lodged within the midst of that session, that cocaine snorting that we was doing at that table, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. Okay? So, in the midst of that, I don't know how it happened, but something got put in my drink. Now, I can't even remember what happened. All I know is that I blacked out. Now, this was in the daytime when I blacked out. Okay? Now, mind you, I had lost a lot of my debit cards. A lot of my debit cards got sprawled out and lost. But they got found. But how did that happen? How did I forget that it happened? Now, that was not an effect of just that liquor and that cocaine. Something got put in my drink. Okay? I recall waking up the next day. I recall waking up that next morning when I had fell asleep. Well, matter of fact, I woke up probably like the afternoon that next day when I had fell asleep. I felt I was knocked out cold the day before that. in the midst of that cocaine session, falling asleep. What I do know is that I woke up. My anal area was wet, moist, and things of this nature. My sacral, I was sore. I was very sore down there. Okay. Now, what I suspect was that it was not only clawed, because I recall waking up, I felt like I lost something. When I woke up that next day, I felt like I lost something. Now, what I felt like I lost was internal. Whatever it was that I lost, it felt like it was internal. Okay? Now, again, I was sore down there. I was moist, wet. Okay? And things of this nature. I feel like because there were a lot of individuals over there that it was not just Claude who there were individuals taking turns inside me, and what I'm getting is the image. What I'm getting right now is that image of Diamond in the Players Club when she was knocked out by that pool and they was making bets on her. That's what I'm getting. That's the image that I'm getting in my head right now. Let's go ahead and call the life sparks back. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, like sparks and soul fragments that got caught up, lost, stuck, trapped, or lodged within that experience, that date rape drug in general, and the blacking out and the waking up the next day, sore and wet, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, like sparks and soul fragments that got caught up, lost, stuck, stolen, lodged within the event in and of itself of these monsters taking turns on me, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that got caught up, lost, stolen, trapped, stuck, or lodged within the midst of that feeling that I had waking up the next day that I had lost something. Whatever it is I had lost is restored, and my light sparks and soul fragments released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child, which is me. Thank you. Bye-bye.